When will Lawrence Warunge be declared mentally unstable to stand trial in the murder case of his 5 relatives? It begs the question, does this open a window for him to escape justice, or will it be a case of justice delayed for the victims? Now, Citizen TV tries to delve into these disturbing questions.
The ruling by the Kiambu Law Courts on Tuesday that Lawrence Warunge, the main suspect in the murder of his family, is mentally unfit to stand trial, and the order to have him start his treatment at Mathare National Teaching and Referral Hospital has opened a can of worms on mental assessment process in regards to murder cases. According to lawyer Dunstan Omari, the process, which is in law, has for years been used to the advantage of suspects, leaving out the victims.
Anybody who has been alleged to have committed a murder trial, let the process proceed. If he himself claims that he is insane, then he'll produce documents to prove that he's insane. Then the defense of insanity is provided for by the law. That will be dealt with.
Omari argues that the Court of Appeal had addressed itself on the matter and ruled that a suspect should be tried at the time he commits the crime and should be presumed to be of sound mind.
Section 11 of the Penal Code presumes everybody to be of sound mind and able to defend himself. Therefore, if that presumption is statutory, it's provided for in Section 11, on what basis do we take people, waste money for them to go to hospital?
But Dr. Frank Njenga, a psychiatrist, differs. Dr. Njenga argues that a mental assessment test is necessary as it helps establish the mental condition of the suspect.
When you have got paranoid schizophrenia, for example, you get into a point where your mind is changed by the illness to the point where you start seeing your mother or your father or your neighbor or the police as devils or like enemies or people who want to do you harm. The doctor has to satisfy himself that that position that you hold, that your family wants to do you harm, is grounded only on a mental illness. Dr. Njenga says psychiatrists are well trained to ascertain whether a suspect is pretending to evade justice or if one indeed needs medical attention. These are formal processes. It's not, let me repeat, it's not guesswork. So when we teach or when you are taught, you are told that when you have these following symptoms, one, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, that adds up to the diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia or some other mental illnesses. In most cases where patients are found to be mentally unfit, the court rules they be treated and taken back to court to obtain orders to have them held at a mental facility where they will be detained for life and only be released under power of mercy.
The law does not acquit that person because he is insane. He will still continue being detained in a medical facility until he dies there.
Dr. Njenga calling on families and parents to be cautious on behavior change, especially addiction to social media among teenagers.
To be influenced by movies and social media more than your mother and father and brothers and sisters and society, in most cases, not in all, means that you're already living on the fringe of society, meaning that you're not available to the normal constraints of family life.
As for now, the victims will have to wait a little longer to have justice served as subsequent tests are taken to prove that the suspect is mentally fit to take plea for the murder charges. Warunge's case will be mentioned on March 1st, 2021.